Yeah, I'm done.
All right, everybody. Welcome to session 3. Who wants to give me a recap?
I will.
Borin, there we go.
So we began sh- we began in the cabin or whatever, the farmhouse. Um our prisoner had awakened and we began to question him. There was a lot of talk of potentially torturing him because we couldn't get anything out of him. Um Boren stepped in and tried to intimidate it out of him. And then Zimmy stepped forward and was able to persuade some info out of him that there was 20 of them in total, and that the rest were waiting down um in the town, but many would, or a few would come up in the morning to relieve their shift. So the party
Pause real quick.
decided to.
Pause real quick. How did Zemi persuade him? What did he do?
I don't remember his exact words.
Zemi,
Dice
what you?
man.
I think he smoked, right? He blew some smoke in his face, or let him hit the pipe, something along those lines.
Yeah, let him hit the
Dice
pipe
roll.
and gave him a dice roll, which he won.
That's right. The dice roll. I forgot about that.
I thought that was a pretty cool touch, though, Zemi. I just wanted to add that in there. I'm sorry, Borin. Go ahead.
No, yeah, you're right. That was a good detail. Um, and then so he spilled the beans. We decided to um tie him up out of um out of not really knowing what to do with him. There was a lot of debate on if we should kill him or let him go or what. So then we uh a couple of us, Freya and Warren, went out and collected the bodies and pulled them outside the gate so they wouldn't stand out. And then the party went through and booby trapped the house, giving us a little bit of a one up. We managed to lead everybody, or lead the relief team to the farmhouse by posting the captured guard up in the window and setting a fire in the fireplace, um, making it look like they had gone in there to kind of chill out.
Yeah, making it look like the night shift was slacking off.
Yeah, and they during the time of Boren's starting the fire, he was hit with a vision of a blacksmith in a forge with some pretty sweet looking gloves. He then came to, set the fire, and then I believe we waited. Um, the traps went off without a hitch. We sent half the party around the back, and we managed to kind of pinch them in the hallway and kind of create a kill box. During that time, somebody uh, inflicted head trauma on our prisoner. Um, and we also took another prisoner, and then we tied them both to trees or tied them together to a tree in the woods, and then went to scope out the town. In the town, we managed to patrol around and take out a couple guys, and then we ran into, I don't remember his name. There was a guy in a basement who led us
Willem
over.
Carter. Willem Carter.
Thank you. And Willem Carter called us over. We talked to him. We convinced him to create a distraction for us and kind of pull some of the guards in one direction while we kind of tried to take them out from up top and ambush them as they came. Um, we we took out most of them. I believe there's like 4 or 5 left floating around, including the leader who came out, or what appears to be the leader. Came out, and that's where we left off.
Yeah, and we're gonna pick it up right there. Smell of blood thick in the air, sound of combat all around you guys. So
Point of inspiration?
yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
So before I get started, everybody has an area where they're keeping track of their inspiration, right?
Yes.
So just to remind everybody, it stacks to 3, and that's your personal inspiration. There's also the pool of fellowship points. I know we missed it the first session. I reminded everybody about it last session, but nobody's used any of them yet. So your pool of fellowship points is still full at 7. And reminder, those are points, it's just like inspiration, but everybody shares that pool.
Gotcha.
And everybody is supposed to agree for anybody to use one of the points. So yeah, I wanted to remind you guys of that. So get going. Smell of blood, combat, thick in the air. The door to the town hall busted open. A couple of the lesser guards ran out, along with one that seemed to be wearing a little better armor, and then the final one out of the door is what seemed to be the leader, wearing a patched together set of armor that looks like it was looted from multiple sources. A dark steel breastplate, dented and scratched, covers his chest. Mismatched pauldrons, one of riveted leather, the other of rusted mail, rest on his shoulders. His helm, a stolen Bree Warden's cap with the crest crudely scratched off. Reinforced with wolf pelts, just making him look even more menacing, and he has a very nice looking longsword in his hands as he yells, and we'll get the beginning of combat going as Carter. Whoa. You guys see Carter come dashing down the street, passing you guys, passing by the houses you guys are at.
Oh shit.
The leader, you guys see him kind of point to the alleys and the sides, and then you see him disappear behind this building over here. Zimmy.
I'm an iPad baby. I need the visual prompt.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the map?
No.
Yeah.
No?
I see a map.
I see a map.
Hey.
What up?
Yo.
Sorry, I'm late.
No worries.
You just see all the hexagons.
That's weird. Try refreshing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
'cause
I see houses and shit.
Yeah, your token is set with vision. I set everybody's tokens up like a couple days ago. It should be working. If it's working for everybody but you, I'd say it's probably something to do with you. But you're last on the order, so go ahead and deal with that while we continue. Zimmy?
Zimmy's gonna hold up the bag of marbles that he's been holding this whole time and like gesture to Freya and say, "It's good I still have these." And then he's going to ready himself in case someone runs by. He's going to throw the marbles at him.
All right. Oren. I put everybody where I thought they were at from best of my memory. I thought you were at the back of the house. Was that correct? On the roof?
So I was picturing myself at the front, but
Yeah,
where
that's
were
fine.
these other guys that we killed?
The guys you killed would have been right back here.
So I think I would have probably been just like on the other side, like literally right here then, because I just
Okay.
killed somebody last turn.
All right. Yep. So there you go. Take it from there.
How far of a drop down is it?
10, 15 feet from the where you are on the. If you're like on the very edge of the roof, like it's about 10 feet down.
Maybe it's best to stay up here. And this guy here is still
that's-
alive.
So that is Willem.
That's
Oh,
our
that's
friend.
Willem. My bad. My bad.
Don't hurt Will.
Unreal, dude.
Are
you
these
color
bear
him
tokens,
green?
or are they just not loading for me?
They're messed up. The
Okay.
module didn't like load in pictures for everything.
Okay.
Can you
Um.
color him
Whoa.
like
Yeah.
green or something?
Yeah, I could probably put like
One demerit.
I could put a little symbol on him or something.
Yeah, dude. Hit him with that cryptology.
Here's what I think we're gonna do. Uh. 5, 10. We're gonna move and jump over here,
All right.
and then move 10 more feet. Believe my range is like 8320. So my optimal range is 80, right?
I believe so.
Oh wow, I'm still a ways off. Okay. I will. You know what? Let's hide. Take the hide action.
All right. Give me a stealth roll.
Hell yeah, stealth roll. I'm good at those, which means I'm gonna fail.
It's a new dawn.
Ooh.
19.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Feeling
Anything
pretty
else?
stealthy over here. That's gonna be it for Boren right now.
All right. Which one is this? So you guys see this guy. Go dashing into the alley on the west. So town hall is north, just for direction's sake.
Fair enough.
You guys see him dash into the alleyway on the west side of the street. This guy steps up 5, 10, 15, 20. And you see him pull out his bow and notch an arrow. Lingo.
Oh shit. I'm not fully sure what's happening. I heard about a guy dipping around a corner, but it seems like all the baddies are north towards town hall.
Yeah, so we picked up exactly where we left off last session with the bandit leader busting out the door. He ran off to the east side into an alley. Another one of the bandits that came out of there ran off into the west side into an alley. And there's still the couple standing in the middle of the street. You're on the same roof you were when we left off last session.
Okay. Um.
And again, I thought I put everybody where I thought they were from memory. I was pretty sure you were at the front of the roof.
Yeah, I'm
if
cool with
you-
that.
Okay.
Do we know how far my sword bow shoots?
So it's going to be the same as Richard's 80, 320, I believe, 360 maybe.
Like 80 feet, 360 degrees.
80 feet
320,
is
no.
so 80 feet is the effective range, and 320 is your maximum range. So within 80 feet, it's a standard roll, and you can shoot up to 320 feet. But if it's beyond 80, it's at disadvantage.
Okay. And do they see me?
Not at the
Do I
moment.
know? Okay. And the big boy came out. That's this big boy, I'm guessing.
No, big boy ran down this way.
Side.
Okay.
Yeah,
hiding somewhere.
he ducked
Last
into
time
the
we
alley.
saw him, he was right there and moving this way.
So the one in the front seems to be the better armored, except from the boss, the one who was dishing out orders. He seems to be a little better armored than the others, and this seems to be like one of the basic bandits that you've been fighting.
Okay. All right. Sick. I'm going to. So dashing is an action, right? So I can
Yes.
dash and shoot. Okay. I'm going to. And if I hop, is that gonna? I can't just like hop a building and still move 30 feet.
Yeah. So jumping is just calculates into movement speed. So like if you have 30 feet of movement speed and you want to jump 10 feet, you'd then be able to move another 20 feet. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm going to stay where I'm at, and I am going to. What's it called? I'm going to use my elven skill to pop a sword arrow at the back baddie. Actually,
Right.
yeah, the back baddie.
And by elven skill, what do you mean?
My birthright as an elf that allows me magical
Oh,
capabilities.
okay. Yeah,
That's an
gotcha. All right, so that will be an auto crit. Wait.
That's only for ability checks.
Yeah. And so that's if you are not miserable and make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can obtain a magical success. So on any ability check that you're proficient with, you can use that skill.
Okay. All right. I'm still gonna shoot the arrow. And I have inspiration if I need it. Wait, what does inspiration do?
Inspiration is a reroll.
Oh, we do full rerolls
Yeah,
for
I'm
this
not
one.
using.
It
Yeah, I'm
hasn't
not
come up
using.
yet.
Yeah, I'm not using. I thought I brought it up in session 0, but because the game has built-in inspiration mechanics, like I'm using the game's inspiration
Okay.
mechanic.
Okay.
If I miss, I could be alerting us all. How do you guys feel about this decision I'm about to make?
So they kind of know where you're roughly at. Like Killian had just popped up and shot an arrow and missed, and they kind of turn around and yelled to everybody. So they have a rough idea of where you guys are.
Oh, Convo just did this. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do it at disadvantage. I'm gonna do it at disadvantage, and I might use my inspiration.
Alrighty.
All right.
Shoot.
Yeah, 16 hits. And you're shooting at the back. You're shooting at the back one still, right?
Yeah, the little
Yep.
guy.
Yep, 16 hits.
Just a little bit.
For 5 damage. Anything else? Why is this not working?
I'm just gonna move up to this side of the building.
All right. Movement behind the shadows. So I think you'd be able to see this guy Targon as looking out across the street. You see a guy round the corner in the alleyway and running up the alleyway towards Main Street. And it's your turn. Oh, did I move the wrong guy?
I'm gonna wait until you confirm if you did or you didn't.
I can't. Fucked up somewhere. Give me just a second.
Was this the guy that moved into the?
So this was the guy from last session, the one you didn't kill.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he's not showing up as visible on the turn order, but it is the right guy. So I don't know what happened, but just continue.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a step forward, and then hold an action. If he gets within 5 feet of me, I'll swing at him.
All right. It is the one in the back's turn that you shot at. Lingo. He dashes down the road, ducking into the alleyway here, taking cover. Freya.
All right. I am going to tell Zimmy, make sure you alert me as soon as you see somebody. And I am going to move to the corner down here and kind of keep an eye down this back alley area here.
Okay.
And
As you
I'll
do
ready my
that,
glaive for if anybody comes around, I'm gonna whack them.
so looking down that back alleyway, straight down, a couple 100 feet close to, you do see the leader who had rounded the corner and is running down this back alleyway.
Okay.
Gillian.
All right. So, what I would like to do, I would like to possibly use a bonus action to use my tinderbox and the items within it to wrap up the head of my arrow and light it on fire. Because I would like
Ooh.
to effectively turn his wolf pelt coat into a tinderbox of its own.
All right, I will allow it, but it's going to cost you an action to do that.
Oh man.
Um,
It says
I'll
bonus
I
say
didn't
action.
read it.
pulling the tinder box out of the bag, interact with object, and then interacting with all the stuff inside of it. That's going to take you at least 6 seconds.
Damn it.
I agree.
Hey, look, it's
Alright.
not gonna take you 2 turns.
Yeah, dude, I'd have made it take a whole fucking minute, dude. Like that's a lot of stuff.
It does say bonus
He's a
action on
ranger.
the tinderbox.
Yeah, but that's like to use it to light a fire. You're taking the stuff out of it and tying it to your arrow.
You're setting a wolf pelt on fire. Is that what you're essentially doing?
He's
What
Yeah,
he's
going to
I'm
try
attempting
to.
to do.
He's going to try to
So-
shoot the boss's wolf pelts. Set him on fire. Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's even cooler.
20, 25. And I will wait right there behind the peak. It's my turn.
All right.
It wouldn't hurt to make a few of those up as soon as we got some free time.
Yeah, for sure. I'll allow it.
Sick.
So you see him come dashing towards you, a little surprised to see you two around the corner, and then duck off behind this building.
Oh, fuck off with this.
Demi,
A lot of ducking going on.
A lot of hiding.
I think they're just gonna run down Main Street and let you shoot them with arrows the whole time.
That's what I would probably have.
Kinda, yeah. I mean,
He's a dumb fucking boss.
No, and I just want to say I appreciate this map too, Turner. Like it's simple, but it it's detailed
simple,
enough to
but
paint
it's
the picture.
effective.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's simple yet effective.
Yeah, this was not what was happening in my head last time.
oh, true, yeah.
This is what was happening
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what was happening in my head. Yeah.
So Zumi's going to take a step forward and gesture to Freya that he still has all these marbles in his hand. And he's going to run between her legs through the alley to the other side of the... Am I behind the corner of this house here?
Yeah, I'll say you are. You're small enough you could be leaned up against the wall there.
Okay. And then after he runs across the alley, he's going to lock eyes with Freya and he's going to show the marbles. That he's got the bag of marbles. He's going to smile. And then he's going to hold his action if someone runs down that passageway.
All right, so as you dart across the alley, you catch a glimpse to the north, to your left, of the guy, the boss, running further to the east, behind one of those buildings. You kind of catch his back elbow and foot as, he disappears behind the building. Anything else for you?
Yeah, Zimi's going to see that and look at Freya and go, "He's running east!" And then, he's just going to kind of hold his action. Someone runs down that alley.
Yeah, so Killian and Targon, you both would have heard that as well. Orin.
Right.
Hell yeah. I'm going to hold an action to pop somebody with my bow, like the first enemy that I see appear within my range.
All right, roll me a perception check. Within your 80-foot range, you mean?
Yeah, within
see.
my 80-foot range. Still want that perception check?
Yes, please.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so kind of scanning over the battlefield, what you can see, you look down at Targon, and you can see Targon's vision locked on almost underneath you, but the next alleyway over, readying for an attack, either to be attacked or to attack somebody. You can garnish. There's somebody right there.
Okay.
So with that, I'll allow you to change what you want to do if you would like.
Well, I still can't visibly see him, right, to hit him?
No, but if you were to hop across that building, I mean...
Nah, I want to stay hidden.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah,
so holding your action, that's it?
Yeah, until an enemy appears within my range.
All right. Okay,
Still
so
behind
this
the building.
guy...
I'm still behind the building.
I'd say partial cover at best, my guy.
What?
I'd say 3/4 cover. He can see your elbow, dude.
Yeah, he's going to try to get a little better angle on you.
I've got my shield too.
That figures into your AC, which I am going to give you half cover for this. But he levels his bow at you and looses an arrow.
Oh, is he hiding behind a half building?
No, more like he can see, half of his body
Yeah, I was joking.
sticking out. So
I'm behind a hobbit home, okay?
What is your AC?
My AC is an 18.
So yeah, he looses an arrow that hits the building right next to your face, just an inch over, and it would have plugged you. Kind of lowers his bow in frustration lingo. Borin, that's not within your range, is it? Not quite.
Not quite. Yeah, GG. I'm gonna hop over to Boren's building and hopefully not fuck his shit up. And I'm gonna, do it up again.
All right.
100-yard field goal.
Roll with disadvantage again. 18, I believe, hits. Yep, 18 hits. Or 4. Anything else?
Besides pointing out that I'm 4 for 4, let's see. I don't think I have much movement left, so I'm going to. I couldn't jump to this building, could I? Actually,
how much have you moved so far? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you'd be a little short to jump into that building.
okay, I'm gonna pop back to this perch.
All right.
That's me.
So we got this guy. He is gonna come charging at you, Targon, with his axe held high in the air over his head.
Yeah, let's see about that.
Take your shot.
Oh yeah, I'm taking a shot. Hold on.
He's taking a shot, dude.
I'm taking a shot, dude.
Take a shot, Richard.
You had one shot.
You only have
16
one shot.
hits.
Oh,
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me. Oh yeah, that's right.
oh
Gotta
yeah.
roll separate for damage on here. Come on, big damage.
It just falls at fucking your feet, dude.
Oh, that's shit damage for a sneak attack.
Yeah, as you lug him in the back, he runs across the building, or runs across the street, stumbling. He's severely wounded. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right, Targon.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
could have
step
moved.
forward.
So as you step forward, he brings down his axe.
Yeah, I figured.
The clash of steel fills the air around you. The scent of sweat and blood thicken your lungs. Your arms burn with exertion. Your grip firm on your weapon as the brigand lunges at you, bringing his axe down from over his head. Instinct takes over as you raise your shield. The moment steel strikes wood and iron, the world shifts. The battlefield around you fades, swallowed by a golden light that radiates from your shield. Sound of war does not vanish, it transforms. The cries of men become deep, rolling laughter of something vast and powerful. Amid the swirling chaos of combat, a towering figure strides forth. His laughter rings through the air like a war drum, his golden hair wild like the mane of a great lion. His bare hands strike down monstrous forms, and the earth trembles beneath his feet. With the force of a hurricane, he drives his fists into enemies, laughter shaking the heavens. But it's not his hands alone that hold back the tide of darkness. In his left hand, he grips a massive shield, its surface gleaming like polished bronze, yet darkened in places as if tempered by countless battles. Intricate patterns of entwined laurels and storm clouds are etched into its face, a symbol of protection and relentless fury. He slams the shield into the ground. A shockwave explodes outwards, hurling shadowed figures into the abyss. The force of it nearly knocks you off your feet, but then the figure turns to you grinning. Strength is not in the strike alone, but in the stand. Be the wall that none can break. As he turns back to the battle, your vision shatters. Battlefield returns in an instant. The brigand's axe bouncing off your shield. Go ahead and take your turn.
That was a sweet description. So yeah, we're gonna swing at the longsword.
Wing away. 18 hits.
Where's the damage? I don't know what's up there. 9.
Oh,
Yes.
this guy's dead.
As he runs up, axe bouncing off your shield, you kind of parry his axe away, driving your longsword straight through his sternum out his back. You rip it out, and he falls at your feet dead.
All right, yeah, we're gonna just continue the push then. So that's 15, 20, 25, 30. Just duck into that alley.
All right. Brings us to this brigand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He dashes across the alleyway, disappearing between the buildings. Freya.
I am going to nod to Zimmy. And let's see, I will. Use that one thing.
The one thing.
One
Uh-oh.
thing. Oh no, sad day. I don't have the points to do the one thing, so I'm gonna sit here and wait.
All right, Freya's waiting, holding an action.
Yeah.
All right, what would you like to hold?
Swing of the glaive.
All right. Killian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, with my arrow lit,
Your arrow's not lit.
I thought you said you were going to give it to me.
I said I'd let you use an action to do it. You held your action, didn't you?
No.
No,
Yeah,
thought
I
you
thought
did it,
he
yeah.
committed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought his reaction last time was him being like, all right, I'll use the action to light the arrow.
Okay. Yeah, my bad. I misunderstood. So yeah, if you used your action to do that last turn, then yes, you can light your arrow.
Zimmy looks up from
Okay.
the alley and goes, his arrow's on fire.
I'm going to look back down at Zimmy and wink. And I would like to sneak down here after Zimmy saying he went east.
All right.
Do I see him at all?
No.
All right. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, indeed, sir.
I will sneak back up to my crew. Still kind of ducked down behind this pitch, and I will hold an action to specifically fire this arrow at the boss when I see him.
All right. Back to the boss's turn.
He's gonna go right in Condal's line of sight from where he just was. Like, he is.
I mean, that was the way he was going. I mean, probably should have stayed
That's
back
what I'm
there.
saying. I assume he's coming
Wait.
down and looping around the buildings. Like,
Waited for it around the corner, but GG. Zimmy. So I'll stay with your passive perception. You can hear the footsteps seem to be probably maybe 3 buildings away, coming from the northwest, northeast. I'm sorry.
Zimmy's gonna perceive the sound of the footsteps and look back up at Freya and go, I think he's coming from behind me. And he's gonna run back through Freya's legs with the marbles, and then he's gonna turn and look at Cillian on the roof and like show his marbles in his hands and like smile, and then he's gonna hold his action to throw the marbles if anyone runs by him.
Alrighty. Boring.
all right, we're gonna run over here. Do I see anybody down this alley?
Nope.
Cool.
See Targon.
15, 20. Do I see anybody down this alley?
Nope.
Okay. 25, 30. Do I see anybody immediately in this alley? I assume you'll tell me, but I'm asking just in case. Joke's on me if I...
So we'll say you can at 3/4 cover. You can just barely get a glimpse of this guy. He just rounded the corner, kind of heading back towards you. It looks like.
Okay.
Just barely see the top of his head inside of his shoulder.
Cool. I'm gonna action hide.
All right.
And then that's my turn.
Roll me a stealth check.
Get down, Borin.
Alrighty.
Oh, wow, dude. Real nice. Nah, fuck that. I have inspiration.
Whip it out.
And I'm man enough to use it.
Bet you won't.
Go on, Richard.
Oh. Doing shit wrong. Hold on. That's better. Okay.
What you got? All right.
That's a believable level 1 stealth
Yeah.
check. Not like a 10.
So I'm having a brain fart. Does the passive perception have to meet the stealth roll or beat it to notice it? Does the stealth roll have to meet the passive perception to beat it? Is that the way that roll works?
I think if passive perception meets a stealth, so you got to look at it as which one it, like, if it meets it beats is a general rule, okay?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, any stealth versus perception contest, in my opinion, is your passive perception versus my stealth, not the other way around. Therefore, I would say if your passive perception meets my stealth, then
that's what I was thinking, but that doesn't. I don't like that. I don't like.
I mean, an argument could be made that because I'm the one who initiated, then if
right,
I beat.
That's the way I'm going with it because you're the one that rolled.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you hide. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Right. From your east, see this guy run through the alley. Targon, you can hear the footstep as well with your passive. There's a guy to your northeast fixing around that corner.
More fun for me. Have a brawl in the alley.
Hell yeah.
And this guy disappears behind the building. Lingo.
So I didn't hear that guy?
Yeah, you would have heard him as well.
And was that the guy I first shot?
Let me see.
I think it was, but I can't remember.
No. Not.
Did you say no, it wasn't?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay, I would like to I'm gonna move up to this corner of the building. I'm guessing I'd be able to see him if he turns that corner.
Yeah, you'll be able to see him if he turns.
Okay, I'd like to hold my action and shoot an arrow if I see any of the bad guys pop up within my line of sight.
All right. Targon.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to go up to that corner right there, but I want to do it quietly. I want him to come around that corner. So,
All right, so if you
Kinda
want to
like-
sneak, that will be
Yeah.
half movement, and roll me a stealth check.
I am so sneaky.
Very, very sneaky.
All right.
Clink,
Anything
clink,
else?
clink, clink, clank as my back hits the wall, ready to. I'm gonna hold my action for the long sword and comes around the corner to take a swing at him,
All right.
and that'll be it.
Motherfucking foot pad.
Yeah. So Freya and Killian, you guys see one of the bandits around the corner with an arrow sticking out of his chest.
Who popped
And
that guy again? Lingo?
yeah. And he gets to here, kind of halfway behind that corner. Freya.
Right.
I am going to motion Zimmy to like take my place at the corner here, still hidden. And I am going to unstealthily go to right here.
All right.
And then I will hold my action for anybody to come around or to be seen and use the rest because I'll be able to go here if needed or wherever. And I'm going to rush whoever comes around the corner first and take a swing.
All right. Alrighty. Killian.
All right. So, seeing Freya advance, I would like to try to maybe stealth up to this pitch.
All right. Roll me a stealth check. Are you trying to jump across the building. I'm gonna say that's gonna be kind of hard to do stealthily. Well, I mean, it's within your 15 feet of movement, so yeah, roll me a stealth check. I'll allow it.
I feel like I've seen
Would-
Legolas do it.
Would it help if my regular speed is 35?
Not really.
Okay. All right.
It's so good though.
Half of that is still 15.
True, but I was just trying to incorporate that extra 5.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Gotta get that extra 5 in there, man. At 20?
In there arguing a 16th of an inch with your wife, dude.
Hell yeah.
Man,
Hey, you
What
go
a
to 30 seconds
monster.
if you have
Nat
to.
I don't know why my nat 20s don't show up green.
Yeah, that is weird.
It is if you click the thing.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
Like right there, am I still behind that pitch?
Yeah.
Right. And I will hold my action for boss man.
All right. Speak of the devil. He comes rounding the corner to here. So roll your attack, Freya and Killian.
With advantage?
Yes, you with advantage.
17 advantages.
They stack.
Freya, that'll be a straight roll.
Yo.
Be 1 second.
Yeah, he comes rounding the corner, get a little bit excited, and the arrow flies right over his head.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Do it.
Does that re-roll the advantage or just one die?
Just one die.
Damn it.
Yeah, he didn't make somebody roll with disadvantage earlier.
19 hits. So roll your normal damage and then roll an extra d6 for the fire. And you can go ahead with yours, Freya.
It didn't do the extra shit.
Let's roll it separately.
So you're supposed to
it-
get another 3 from your wisdom and then another d6. So just roll another d6.
Plus 3.
Dang.
Hell yeah.
He actually plugged him in the throat.
You hit him in the lower waist and does take some fire damage. Freya, as he comes rounding the corner, you see Killian plug him in the waist with an arrow. As you try to bring your glaive up, you're just a little too slow as the handle of it hits him in the legs as he just lowers his head and tries to run straight through you. Roll me a strength saving throw, please.
There it is.
Oh man, this guy's got some kind of defensive ability, counterattack.
Oops, that's not the saving throws. That's the saving throws.
As he lowers his head and hits you kind of right in your chest, you fall backwards on your ass. You are prone.
Oh no.
Zimmy,
Yeah, did you get Cillian's +3 for wisdom on that damage?
I did.
Okay.
All right, Simi's going to step out, kind of looking at Cillian's smile, like weird little creepy smile from just plugging that dude with an arrow. He's like kind of like mystified that Cillian's enjoying this so much, and he's gonna run up. 1, 2, and kind of like tuck in behind this building, and he sees Freya on his ass, and he's gonna look up at that ugly guy that he sees, that just ugly dude with the fire scarred rags, furs, and he's going to yell to him, and he's going to say, "Can you hear me, ugly?"
He turns and looks at you.
And Zimmy's going to respond back to him, "But you have a sit!" And he's going to tell him to sit. And
Okay.
so he's going to say it in a way that makes him feel like, he's trying to charm him into doing this.
Yeah.
So I make a charisma against your insight, or a persuasion against your insight.
All right.
And then you have to follow the command if I win on your next turn.
Let me public roll this.
That motherfucker's just gonna sit down while he's on fire.
Ooh, this guy.
All right, and then
On his next turn, he must sit down. And I hope, appealing to the lore master, that this is not a misdeed.
no, this would definitely not be a misdeed. Somebody's trying to kill your friends. I mean, just about all's fair at that point.
Uh,
So if you win, you can
and then
execute it.
with
Okay,
this
so
remaining-
can I go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to keep doing my turn.
Okay, so can I make a recommendation to you?
Yeah.
So the way this is worded, once the target has executed the command, it ends. Oh, it ends its turn. Okay, never mind. I was misreading that. That'll work just fine.
Yes, he's just going to sit, and that'll be his turn.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then with the rest of my movement, he's going to run up behind Freya, and put his hand on her shoulders while she's knocked down, and say, "I've still got the marbles," and pass his turn.
All right.
So is this guy not in my sight because of these buildings?
He is.
Oh, okay. Because I had an action held for anyone in my sight.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Go
It's
ahead
all
and
good.
go ahead and take your shot. Uh, 23 hits
Hell yeah.
for another 5. And then we were on whose turn? This guy's turn.
Boren's.
Not yet. Wait, did I pass
Yeah.
Boren?
Do I not
Yeah,
go
my
right
bad.
after
Okay.
Zimmy still?
My
Yeah,
bad.
Zimmy.
Yeah,
I just put my
I
hands
skipped
on
you.
his shoulders.
Yeah, I
Okay.
skipped you. My bad.
So
No turn for Boren.
can I move 5 feet
Fucking
over
whiz.
here and stay hidden?
Where are you moving?
From here to here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I should have a pretty clear shot of this guy here.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to snipe him out.
And your stealth was a 14, right?
Yes.
So that will be with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, no way. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if I've got a chance to implement this yet. I've been forgetting, I think. So those of you that are not familiar with the way I work critical hits in my game, you're going to roll all of your damage base. Or I'm sorry, you're not going to roll your base damage. You're going to get the max die for your base damage. So in this instance, you do 1d6, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be the 1d6 plus the 3 from your proficiency right off the top. So you'll get a max 9 damage from your base attack, and then you roll the
Okay.
extra crit die on top of that. So it's always you'll never get screwed over where you roll less damage on a crit than you roll on a normal attack. You know what I mean? You're always going to get
Yeah.
max damage for the base, and then roll the crit die on top of that.
Okay.
What's the crit
So,
So the crit die in any die you roll in the game, if you roll a crit, it gets doubled. So in his instance, it would be 2d6, and then his sneak attack would go from 1d6 to 2d6 as well.
yeah. Yeah, so I need to
And
roll 3d6 plus 9.
that crit die rule only applies to weapon damage. It doesn't apply to the sneak attack. The sneak attack is still just rolled, regularly.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay.
3d6 plus 9.
Jesus.
So this is going to be the sneak attack damage plus 3, and then I'm going to do 1d6 plus 6.
Transitive property of arithmetic.
Yeah, you could have just rolled it all at once.
I couldn't have because whatever bonus I put up there gets doubled. I tried that before.
Oh. I meant more like just hit /R 3d6 plus 9.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have. Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, I'm fucking shit up. So that's a total of 19 damage.
Very nice. You kind of slip over, kind of lean your back up against the roof to get a good balance and take your aim and loose your arrow, put it right through the side of this guy's head as he drops to the ground dead.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Fucking lit his ass up.
25 move speed left. Would I have heard commotion? Would I know that that guy's next alley over, or at least have some sort of inkling?
The guy right above you, to the west of you.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably hear him at least, right?
Yeah, you heard him and saw him as he ran across the alley.
Okay, then yeah, I would advance over here to where I'd have a clear shot on him and in my turn.
All right. This guy's turn.
That other guy didn't die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, okay.
He's just living with an arrow through his head.
I was gonna say, man, that guy's tanky, dude.
Fuck, I
He already
forgot.
took a hit, and then I clapped him for 19.
Just ate it, dude.
So this guy up top here steps up, axe ready. Go ahead and take your held action, Targon.
Dirty 20
That hits.
for 10 damage.
10 as you slice him deeply across his chest. He rears back with his axe and brings it down squarely on top of your head. Kind of glances off, digging into your shoulder for 9 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
And then this guy's turn. 5, 10. Rounds the corner, leveling his bow at you, Killian.
Daily dodge.
As he sinks an arrow into your... Why can't I roll damage? Fuck this up, didn't I? I'm still having problems importing stuff. Like, it,
Vasilian was hiding. Or was
he
stealth.
popped out and shot the boss.
That's true. I tried.
For 6 points of damage. Bingo. Oh,
What up,
sorry,
Dom?
he's gonna finish his turn moving across. That was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So this guy, this is the boss.
Yes.
And how is he looking to me?
He's bloodied.
He's bloodied. Is he on fire and all that, or no?
So he didn't catch on fire from the one arrow. It kind of stunk into his hip and burned him, singed some of his clothes, and did some damage to him, but it didn't light him on fire.
Okay. I'm gonna pop another sword shot at him.
All right, go for it. Pin is gonna miss.
I'm gonna use advantage. Should
Inspiration?
I have said that beforehand?
No, you can use inspiration after you find out how the roll turns out.
All right. Here we go again.
22 hits. For 7 this time. Digs into the back of his hip and he gives out a cry. Ah! Somebody get him! Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to 5, 10. I'm gonna attempt to hop over to this next building.
All right. So, in order to jump like 10 feet or more, you have to do a running long jump. So, which means you have to have a 10-foot startup, which you do have enough space. You'll just have to move back 1 square and then run and jump.
Okay. Ugh.
Fucking Legolas up here on the rooftops.
Yeah, he didn't even need to grunt. It was just for effect.
Disgust with the people's living conditions.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
All right, Targon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take another swing at this guy. That is not good.
13 hits.
Oh, it does. Sweet.
Yeah, these aren't
That's
the
good.
armored guys.
For 5.
Yeah, how do you kill this guy?
Let's thrust the sword right through his neck.
All right, yeah. So he kind of yanks his axe out of your shoulder. You grimace with the pain, but in that moment you have of him kind of off balance from yanking the axe like that, you drive the sword straight through his throat out the back.
A good thing I just took him down too. I'm not looking so good right now, so I've got blood squirting out and pretty close to death myself.
Argon, what's happening right now?
Doing a real boring over there.
Damn.
Well, I did come into this fight, half HP, so
It has crossed the alleys like twice.
and we are level 1.
Yeah, that's true.
Just on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, these players, even if you're level 1, you're still like level 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's how I
We're
play
gonna-
my game. I'm like, they're level 7, so it's level 15.
We're gonna slip around the corner here and hang out for a second, and that'll be my turn.
All right, yeah, catch
Get
your
some
breath
cover.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Put in some work. You earned it. Freya, you're on your back. This
Not no
big
more. I'm
burly-
getting up.
This big burly motherfucker standing over you with a beautiful longsword, you see. Half your movement to stand up. What next?
I'll whack him.
Zimmy's going to
Whack
help
him.
Freya stand up, even though it's not really helping Freya stand up.
It's A for effort. 17 misses as he knocks away your glaive with his longsword.
Rude.
Anything else?
Use my inspiration, I guess. Is that a reroll or an addition?
Reroll. Standard
Dang.
inspiration in this game.
Well, that didn't work either.
Yeah. Got any more?
Well, since he's still on his ass, I'm going to move right here.
A 17 didn't hit, huh? Oof. That's
No.
not good.
So he will take an attack of opportunity. If you
He
move
wasn't
away.
on
Wasn't
his
he
ass.
prone?
No.
No, not until his next turn he sits down.
Oh, never mind that. I thought he was already down. I'll just stay there.
And just FYI, you can still attack if you're down. If you're prone, it's just a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Killian.
Yeah.
What's this guy looking like?
Somebody's hurt him. I think it was Lingo. Shot him with an arrow,
Yep.
Yeah,
but he's not looking too bad. Light limp.
Killian's definitely coughing up some blood. He's, wiping it off his mouth, and he's gonna knock an arrow and let loose on this guy for fucking shooting him.
Yeah. That hits.
It's an
For
archery.
13. So, what does this look like? How do you kill this guy?
I am sending it right down fucking Main Street, right between his eyes.
All right, so yeah, you kind of pop back up over the gable of the roof, over the apex of the roof. Arrow notched, loosen it down this tight alleyway, kind of fitting it right between the roofs as it comes down right between this guy's eyes. Dead.
Is there like
Anything else?
like a downspout I can slide down here?
No, but if you move to the edge, kind of grab a hold of the edge of the roof and hang down and drop yourself, you won't take any damage. You know what I mean?
So there's 5 to the edge. And then to get down,
Yeah, it'll cost you like the distance, like 10 feet of movement to get down.
so 15, I'm on the ground.
Hmm.
20, 25. And I will pull my sword out.
All right.
That's my turn.
This guy kind of gets a confused look over his face as he kind of uses his longsword to lean on as he kind of bends down to one knee and sits over on his ass. Zimmy,
Simi's gonna
fucking
stand
clutch play, dude. Clutch play.
Simi's gonna run between Freya's legs, or like stand between Freya's legs.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to throw the marbles at the fucking dude and go, "It's for you, you right cunt." And then he's going to just kind of stay with his head poking out of Freya's crotch, but like in between the legs.
Nice.
And he's just going to stand there, and he doesn't have any more marbles.
All right. What better place to be? Boring.
So, I would assume that I would have noticed Lingo over there busting shots and then jumping over here, right?
Yeah, you know there's commotion going on the other side of the street.
So we're gonna move 5, 10. Oh wait, I can jump this with a head start. So 10, 25.
Lingo's gonna yell,
I
"Do you
should
want
be
me to
able to
throw you, dwarf?"
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Can I see dude from here?
Yes.
I know that
Get a
he's
shot.
prone though. So what I'm actually going to do, because I do have flanking, right?
He is flanked, so it would be a straight roll from where you are.
So I'd like to actually hold my action for when he stands up.
All right.
Do you get flanking for opportunity attacks?
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna say I should know that. And then so yeah, as soon as he stands up, I'm gonna pop him with advantage.
All right. Lingo. If he even gets another turn.
Yeah.
Is it gonna cost me anything to hop down?
Just the move. Like I told Killian, like if you kind of bend down and grab the roof and hang yourself, hang from the roof and then let go, you won't take any damage and it'll just cost you the movement, like 10 feet, to get down.
I'm gonna do it effortlessly and elegantly as an elf.
Hell yeah.
One-handed.
As elves do.
So do I have I have a shot on him from here?
Yep.
Okay, and
Straight roll because he's flanked and prone.
he's flanked and prone. He's looking all fucked up on the ground, surrounded by some baddies.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it wouldn't be advantage.
So prone would normally give you disadvantage, but because he's flanked, that would normally give you
Gotcha.
advantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to notch an arrow and hope my aim is true.
Don't roll that one.
Be me, dude.
Yeah, the arrow sails just a couple inches over his head and hits the wall behind him.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn.
All right, Ionic kind of leaned up against the wall, blood dripping out of multiple places. Excuse me. You hear the commotion across the street.
wish I had a medical kit.
Dude, we've killed 19 people. Don't
I
die
know.
now.
I know.
Killed a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess we'll come up and move here and kind of peek down the main street there. I don't want to get whacked as I
All right.
cross.
Yeah,
And,
peeking out down the main street. You can't see anybody, and can't exactly see the boss man over here either. But you can see Killian with his back to you, sword drawn. Is that all?
No, we're gonna action dash,
All right.
and we're just gonna move up to there,
All
and that's
righty.
it.
Closer
Just
to
enough-
danger.
Just
Yeah.
enough to see the guy.
We just talked about how you can't die.
Yep.
You're
Closer
just
to
gonna
danger
dash
are, the
around.
safer you are.
This is when the violent
Hey,
music
respect, dude.
I get advantage on him now.
Yes, you do. Do, do, do. 19 hits. For 6 damage. Is very bloody.
That's it.
Killian.
I'm thirsty.
I'm gonna take a swing on him.
Go drink some water.
Some water?
Who's ever
So
thirsty?
close.
That hits. Fourteen.
14.
Uh,
And that's my turn.
all right, back to his turn.
Does he have to make a check to stand up with the marbles at his feet?
Yes, he does. He is going to attempt to stand up, and I will
So,
make this a public roll.
Do I get to shoot him as soon as he stands up?
So I was gonna say if he stood all the way up, I'm gonna give you the shot. If he falls back down. So Dex. I guess he doesn't have anything for. Yeah, he slips and falls as he trying to get up.
GG.
GG. So yeah, Zimmy is this guy. You see him kind of using his sword again to stand back up, kind of shaking the confused look off of his face. He goes to stand up and slips and falls on the marbles face first.
He's gonna look at him and pull his flute out and say, "He's a fucking right cunt, ain't ya?" And he's going to try to hit him.
Crack him over the head. Hell yeah. With advantage. Yeah, you can't quite get the arc on the swing right. You know, Freya's crotch is in the way as you kind of try to lift your hand. You bring it down and it connects with his head, but that doesn't seem like it did any damage.
Better be careful with that flute between my legs.
That
We are
one.
not at band camp.
I've lost my marbles. And, he's going to disengage from Freya and like take a few steps back.
All right. Can you bonus action disengage right now? Don't think so.
Not a
Wait.
chance.
Am I actually engaged with underneath the legs?
Yeah, being within 5 feet of him is you're within his range.
Oh,
So
his range.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about Freya's legs.
Yeah, no. You're within the enemy's range. Moving out of the enemy's range provokes an opportunity attack if you don't disengage.
It'd be a disadvantage because he's prone,
That is
but
that is
still.
true.
Yeah, Zimi's gonna say what he did. Zimi stands on his business. So he's gonna attempt to back away from this dude.
He gonna learn today. Oh my god! Oh wait, no, you didn't roll with disadvantage.
I didn't.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're gonna kill Zimi.
Huge.
So yeah, he can't quite lift his sword up quick enough to stab at you as you turn and dash away.
Doesn't he have to roll a d4?
Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Described what happened for us.
only Killian rolls the d4s.
Oh, that's my turn.
All right,
Hell yeah.
Boren.
All right. Fine. Given the circumstances, I'm gonna move forward, and I'm going to pop him with a straight roll.
All right, pop him.
Since I still get my sneak attack anyway.
Wait, did you hit him last time?
No,
Oh,
I didn't give it to him.
he didn't give it to me.
that mystery vex.
And also, like, the guy didn't even use the other half of his movement to just stand up again. I feel cheated.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even think about that.
I would have just had him stand right back up. Like, still, incapacitates him. 21 hits.
That does.
Yes. Heck yeah. So, damage roll. For 11
As you-
damage.
You sink an arrow into his back. Freya, Killian, Zimi, you get a first-hand look at this. This guy kind of lifts his head in a last kind of death throw struggle as the arrow lands like almost directly on his spine, kind of looking up at you with these helpless eyes as you see the life fade out of him. He is dead. You are out of combat.
Heck yeah. Bourne's gonna get off this roof.
I'm gonna check out this wolf pelt if it didn't catch on fire.
Lingo's gonna reach up his hand to see if Boren needs a help down. A little boost down.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
plop down and just start holding, my wounds together.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rush over. That's what I'm gonna do.
I've literally got 2 HP. Okay, I'm literally.
Is there
barely
anything
there.
I could do? Like, I don't have any items, but is there anything I can?
I mean, for flavor effect, sure, I'd let you roll like a medicine check. But I mean, he isn't gonna die. He's not gonna bleed out.
Yeah.
he's stable.
He is stable.
I'm gonna check his wounds and stop any bleeding that I can.
Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
And I'll say it in a very calming elfish voice. Hold still.
Yeah, so you
That's
kind of
very
take some
ASMR.
you kind of take some rags out of your bag and kind of daub at the blood and kind of cleaning him up a little bit. You don't think you're healing him, just kind of cleaning him up, making him feel better at least. So
You'll live, I say.
go ahead, Boren.
Thanks.
Boren would still, like, while everybody else is gathering around, Boren would still, like, be making a lap, like, looking down the alleys for anybody still on patrols.
Yeah, so
And
you
then-
kind of good.
And then he would also head towards the city hall.
Okay, yeah, so you kind of hop down off the roof, start walking south as you see Willem walking back towards you in a kind of relaxed fashion. He doesn't seem to be alerted by anything. You kind of get the idea there's nothing to the south as you turn around and start walking back towards the north, towards the town hall, kind of checking the alleyways as you go.
Okay.
Killian, you said you wanted to check out his wolf pelts? Yeah, they just seem to be like patched together into his armor. Like he's kind of got like a girdle, wolf pelt girdle on. More just for aesthetic effect, it seems like, but they're there. That you could see the front of them on his where his right hip would have been is kind of singed with fire.
All right.
Freya, what are you doing?
I take that sweet sword.
Yeah, so you bend over and pick up his sword. Seems to have a very fine edge on it. Not sure what kind of make it is right offhand, but it does look to be a very fine sword. And in terms of it, it is a grievous longsword. So it does +1 bonus to damage rolls.
Okay.
Should be something you can add to your sheet through the importer. Zimmy, see Freya kind of bend over, pick up this nice sword. What are you up to?
Zimmy's gonna run and yell back into the main street, and he's gonna go, oh, and find himself back out here. And he's going to look at Glingo tending to Targon's fucking wounds, and he's going to also try to help out with like whatever he's got, like scarf on him or whatever.
Yeah, so you kind of same thing. Pull out some of your rags and scarf and whatnot, and help Lingo cleaning up the blood. You see Boren walking north to the town hall. You see Willem coming up from your south, kind of a more relaxed gait. He says to you, "Oh, I think that's all of them, but you might want to check the town hall just to make sure."
Well, I haven't got any more marbles, Willem.
Oh, that was a pretty. Oh, he wouldn't know that. Marbles. What are you going to do with marbles?
I don't know, but I've seemed to lost them all.
Well, you better find them.
Look at Lingo because he's kind of done talking to Willem.
Yeah, Willem keeps on walking your way.
Yeah, stand up and start making my way to the town hall.
Same.
I'll thank
Zimmy-
these two for helping patch me up.
Zimmy's gonna yell back into the alley where the dead bodies, some of the dead bodies are, and he's gonna yell, "They said they're having a meeting up at the town hall. You should join us."
Yeah,
Yelling
as
to
we're
Cillian and Freya.
making our way up there, I'd like to try to get my arrows back. And as I'm collecting the arrows, I'd like to, rip some cloth off their clothing.
All right. Do you remember the description I gave of this guy? What he was wearing, other than the wolf pelts? Something you might be interested in taking back. So right next to his body, right, he fell off his head when he finally died. You see the Bree Warden cap with the emblem scratched off of it.
Bree Warden cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab that up too.
Yeah, you've been collecting the other stolen Bree Warden gear. I figured you might be interested in that. So you guys file back out into Main Street. making your way up towards the town hall. The Archet Town Hall stands solemn and weathered at the heart of the village, its once proud structure now bearing the scars of occupation. The double doors hang open, creaking slightly in the breeze, revealing a dim interior where overturned furniture and scattered papers tell the tale of recent chaos. Building made of aged timber and stone still holds an air of authority despite the damage. The windows are shattered. The town's banner, which once hung proudly above the entrance, now lies crumpled in the dirt, trampled underfoot. The cobblestone steps leading inside are dark with mud and streaked with blood, remnants of the battle fought here. The scent of spilled ale and burnt wood lingers in the air. As you step inside the main chamber, it's filled with broken chairs, discarded weapons, and the remnants of the bandits' occupation, half-eaten meals, overturned mugs. Above you on the second floor balcony, you can see a door stands open to what appears to be an office.
I would definitely scope out this office, right?
Yeah. So you kind of take the stairway on your left, going up to the second floor, making your way over to the door. It's a heavy oak door, once a symbol of authority and stability, now hangs open, the latch splintered as if it was forced open. Before you stands a grim testament to the brutality that has fallen Archet. Large wooden desk in the center of the room is in complete disarray. Torn and stained scrolls are scattered about. Cabinets and drawers have been ripped open, their contents rifled through, papers strewn across the floor, alongside shattered glass from a small display case. In the corner, a man's body lies slumped against the wall, his coat stained with dried blood. His fingers are slightly curled, as if grasping for something in his final moments. At his desk, a chair is pulled out as if somebody's been sitting there recently, and at the center of the desk, a small worn book is bound with leather, laying open.
I have a quick question. Before we walked into town hall, did we see the buggy with all the money and stuff?
So it would have been around back.
Okay.
If you would like to go check
could
it
we
out,
look out a back window?
Sure. You could walk to
Yeah,
a
it would've
back
been
window.
Check that
I
out
want to.
first.
I want to check out that book before I leave this office, but I did want to make sure the townspeople's money is safe too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to check out that book.
So, kind of peering over the book, you can see there's a recent entry. You can see the ink is a little darker than the rest of the stuff, like somebody had just written in this. It's a small worn book bound in dark leather, filled with coded entries. Not sure what exactly it means. It's a writing mix of numbers and symbols and seemingly unrelated words, clearly meant to obscure the true dealings. Get an idea. It's probably going to take some time to try to decipher what's in this book.
Okay, does it look like it belonged to the ransackers or to the town? Like, am I able to suss any of that out?
Roll me an insight check. So the way this book is worn, like looking around the office, most of this stuff in here is, on the nicer end. This isn't a rich town, but this is the mayor's office, and a lot of the stuff you imagine of his is probably going to be a bit nicer than this. The leather on this book is weather worn and look like it's been on many travels. You get the idea. This was probably the bandits.
Okay. I would like to take the book, so I'm going to take the book.
Yeah, so kind of you pick it up and you're kind of thumbing through it. You see the first entry in it says JF 3B 2W cleared under moonlight. The second entry says hollow ironbound keep under watch. The third one says shadows claim last mark trace await return. Fourth entry says JF to handle goods, no mention to Southhand. And it kind of goes on like this, like I said, seemingly unrelated words, that you're very sure is, some kind of cryptic meaning to all of this.
Cool.
So what is everybody else doing?
I would like to first sweep town hall for any sort of any sort of evidence as to like if there might have been something specific they were after here. Like were they just ransacking a town, or did they come here specifically to get something out of town hall? Because I believe
roll
they
me-
did call it a mission.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, an investigation check. I think I said insight. I meant investigation.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure the way this place is overturned. It kind of
Jesus.
looks like it could. They could have been, looking for something in specifically, but you're not
Heck
sure.
yeah.
Can I
Alright.
assist
Can I,
him in this?
yeah, I was gonna say, can
Um,
I check that out too?
You can.
After I'm done grabbing the book.
So when it comes to stuff like that, you can't necessarily assist, but you can roll your own check.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
like to
probably
try
better
to figure
anyway.
that out as well. Yeah. That was investigation.
Investigation. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right.
Yeah, so you guys are getting kind of the same feeling. The way this place is ransacked, it's certainly possible they were looking for something in particular, but you're not sure.
Thanks,
So,
Uh,
so go ahead.
did we notice in the town if there was any sort of like bell? Like a church tower with a bell or a watchtower with a bell? Anything loud?
Maybe town square or something.
Yeah, there's like a bell in the town square where they probably ring it like on market day, opening a market or something like that.
Okay. I would tell the others, well, if everything's safe, we should let the townsfolk know. And then I'm going to walk towards the town square in pursuit of this bell.
So as you kind of make your way down the stairs from the town hall out of this office, you guys hear some footsteps coming in through the front door. First you see Willem emerge, and then behind her you see a tall, lean woman with dark brown hair streaked with silver, tied back into a ponytail. Her sharp features give her a stern look, but her deep green eyes reveal warmth and intelligence. She wears a simple but well-kept clothing, the attire of someone who works with her hands but carries herself with quite authority. You see she has a kind of frantic look on her face as she enters the door and kind of looks around, eyes wide at everything, and says, Edric, are you here? And she kind of rushes around, like looking in the different rooms. Edric, where are you?
Going to attempt to stop her.
She turns and looks at you and says, Edric, my husband, where is he? Is he okay?
I'm going to ask her politely, ma'am, who is Edric? May I ask?
Edric, he's my husband, the mayor. They were holding him hostage in here.
I'm gonna like kind of shamefully bow my head. I'm afraid
her mouth.
I'm afraid you don't want to go up there.
She said, "Oh no!" And she kind of tries to run past you.
I'm gonna let her run past. It's her choice.
Yeah, she goes up the stairs, and she's kind of headed towards the room as she passes you guys on the balcony, turning the corner into the office. Sees her husband laying there on the ground. Says, "Oh no, my dear Edric!" And she runs up to his body, kind of holding it in her arms, as she starts to cry.
Lingo's gonna go over and console her.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Sorry.
I'll slowly walk in and just a hand on the shoulder and just make sure that she's okay. Just sort of let my presence be known.
Okay. You can roll me a persuasion check if you would like. Just trying to, not necessarily trying to persuade her to do anything or of anything, just more that you're a friendly guy, if you would like.
I don't really want to fail that roll, so I think I'm gonna pass.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of walk up, placing your hand on her shoulder. She doesn't really respond to you. She's just kind of holding her husband tight in her arms, crying. Willem speaks up and says, "Well, looks like that's all of them, huh?"
Except for
It
the
appears to
two
be.
we have tied up in Archet Dale, if you still have a bailiff here in charge.
Well, usually we take the prisoners to Bree. Well, I say we. I used to. He kind of looks down at the ground. Too old for that stuff these days.
Well, then we
Who,
shall take them with us. Then
we should alert the townspeople that all their goods are safe. Maybe
Yes.
maybe the hobbit will come out too.
Yeah.
Freya would inquire to Willem too about that house that was taken outside of town, and if those people made it into town safe if they knew.
He kind of strokes his beard. First farm after the gate. The Holt family, I think. Haven't seen them around, but if they're alive, I'm sure they're here in town. I know they rounded up all the farmers and made them stay here. Why? Do you need them for something?
Freya's going to take out the money that they found there and say this was found at that house. If something bad befell that family, please use it for the rest of the people here to help with something.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. He takes it from you.
Yeah, Lingo will hand his 20 over as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
same here.
oh, that's very kind of you.
At the very least,
He
if
doesn't.
they're still no longer with us, it can maybe help with funeral rites and processions.
Yeah, he doesn't quite get that you guys took their money to begin with.
Well, we're not saying that.
Yeah, he's appreciative and says, "Yes, I'll make sure it either gets to them or is used appropriately." I thank you guys so much for saving our town. What brings you here?
We're looking for a hobbit named Milo. You said you knew him?
Oh, Milo, yes, lives on the edge of town. I can show you to his house if you'd like.
I wonder if he's there or holed up somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's been hiding. I couldn't tell you exactly where anybody is, but his house would be the place to start, I'd say.
Sounds good.
hold on for a minute. I would like to talk to the wife first. And I'm going to head upstairs to where she's presumably still crying over his body.
Yeah, she's trying
Now's
to.
not
You
the
see her.
time, dwarf. I'm kidding.
You see her trying to pull herself together, wiping the tears out of her eyes, still kind of cradling her husband in one arm.
Madam, I am sorry for your loss. It's nothing short of a tragedy what happened in this town.
She kind of sniffles and says, "Well, I appreciate you liberating us from those filthy brigands."
It was my duty. May I ask you a couple questions, please?
I suppose.
One of them mentioned a mission, and they appeared to be focused on town hall. Is there anything that they may have been after? Anything you would know of?
She kind of like, you see her eyes like cut off to the side as she kind of looks up, getting a expression of thinking on herself. She kind of thinks for a second and says, "Not that I can think of. I couldn't think of what they would be after in particular. I don't know why they came here. If you think there's might be something missing, I can take a look around the office and see if I notice anything."
I would appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
How did this all happen? Do you know?
Well, it was about 3-4 days ago. I was doing my morning chores, and they rode into town like demons, killing people, and they dispatched with the guard fairly quickly. It seemed like an instant it was over, and they had control of the town, ordering people around, taking what they wanted. I hid. I knew my husband was in the town hall, and I just hoped that he was alive. And she kind of starts to cry again.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to console her like lingo, and I'm going to ask, is there anyone in town to step up in his place?
She kind of sniffles again, trying to compose herself, and she says, "Well, I guess that would be me until we decide who the next mayor will be."
So be it then. This town will need you to stay strong. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
You can see her; she gets a kind of a stern look on her face, like your words are playing with her. Not playing with her, but encouraging her. She kind of gets this stern look on her face, and she says, lets loose of her husband and stands up and kind of brushes her dress straight and says, "Not that I can think of at the moment. I'll take a look around the office and see if I notice anything. Give me a little while, and I'll let you know."
I'll leave you to your privacy then.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
dear
going to
dwarf.
join the rest of the party.
See, as you walk outside, everybody's kind of waiting for you out front, and you come out, and Willem says, "Well, right this way if you want to go meet Milo." And he starts moving off to the northwest end of town. Tucked back in a corner, nestled against the gentle hill on the outskirts of Archet, is a curious home, blend of hobbit comfort and Breland practicality. The rounded door, painted deep forest green, is set with a sturdy wood frame, and the windows are charmingly round, fitted with a thick multi-paned glass. Small stone chimney rises out of the thatched roof, though no smoke drifts from it now. A low curved stone wall encloses the property, more for charm than defense, with a simple wooden gate that creaks when pushed open. Oh, excuse me. The small front yard is bare, with only a few scattered weeds and a patch of overturned soil where a garden might have been once. A bench sits on the front porch, empty now, though the faint imprint of someone's frequent presence remains worn on the wood. The house appears silent.
I walk up to the door.
Yeah, you walk up to the door.
And I'm gonna knock on it.
So you guys hear a voice from the other side. Says, "Who goes there? Are they gone?" And we are going to do our first social interaction. So to remind everybody how this works, we need a spokesperson who I think is going to be Zemi. The spokesperson is going to present the company. You're going to do some type of charisma check. So we're going to take it step by step and go through this for the first time. So, Zemi, how do you answer him?
It's
And
all right.
so keep in mind, you're gonna do some kind of check after this. It could be like intimidation if you're trying to impress strangers quickly, or it could be persuasion if you're trying to garner support or be friendly with them, or deception if you're trying to extract information. So keep in mind how you're introducing yourself based on the check that you want to make afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all right, wee lad. We're friends of Gandalf.
All right, now make me a persuasion check. So a 12 is going to fail. Would you like to?
Yeah.
So-
Inspiration. Yeah. I already had it clicked up.
All right.
Bro. Not bad, bro.
You're good. 16 passes. So pass fail in this. The DC is a 15 for this. If you succeed on the roll, you can re-roll a single check in the upcoming sequence. If you fail, nothing happens immediately. But if you fail by 5 or more, all of the subsequent checks are made at disadvantage. If you succeed by 5 or more, all of the subsequent checks are made with advantage. So now we're going to move into the interaction phase of the social encounter. So I'm going to help you guys out with this one. It's kind of an obvious one. This one's going to be pretty easy. We're just doing this to kind of get you guys introduced to the mechanics. So the objective of this social encounter is going to be to convince this guy that you're friends with Gandalf and he sent you here to get the package. This is going to be the lowest difficulty there is. So you only need one success to complete this challenge. Now each of you can do something to try to aid in this. Any kind of persuasion or any kind of charisma check essentially can do something. You could also roll a riddle check or an insight check. Riddle would be kind of garnering information. Insight would be kind of just observing and evaluating. But also, mind you, there's negative repercussions if you fail one of these checks. If you just fail it, if you just don't meet the DC, they're just going to turn you down. If you fail it by 5 or more or by 10 or more, there's going to be more negative consequences. So everybody might not want to participate in this, if you know what I mean. Like, you only need one success for this to be a successful encounter. So, keep that in mind. So the objective of this is to convince this person that you're friendly and you're here to pick up the package. The stipulations for success is the lowest threshold, meaning you have to succeed one time, you have to succeed one check. So as Zemi says that to Milo, he kind of hears the name Gandalf, and you see the curtains peel back from the window, and he says, "Gandalf, you say? Well, let me get the door for you." And he goes over and unlocks the door and opens it up. Please, come in.
Thank you, laddie.
And inside the home, it's quiet, filled with lingering.
I'll wait outside. I don't want to mess up your house. I'm a bloody mess.
He kind of gives you a faint smile and nods at you. So the rest of you, or whoever does go in, you see the home is quiet, filled with lingering scent of pipe weed, the faint mustiness of an untended hearth. The ceilings are slightly higher than a typical hobbit dwelling, accommodating the occasional human visitor. Wooden beams stretch across the ceiling, and woven rugs of deep green and gold cover the floor. A large round dining table dominates the main room, its surface cluttered with parchment ledgers and half-packed satchel, as though Milo had been preparing to leave or was interrupted before he could. The fireplace is dark, a few cold embers at the grate. He kind of backs up and says, "So what can I do for you? Did Gandalf send you?"
Yeah, he said he sent us out here to get a package from you.
All right, I will allow that to be one of the checks if you would like to roll a persuasion check with that.
Yes.
And so for somebody friendly, and so if it's someone friendly and it's a reasonable request, the DC for these are going to be 10. And it increases as people get more unfriendly and the requests get harder, more large.
Like we're both hobbits, right?
You are.
So I'm like looking him in the eyes as I say this.
And he says, yes, Gandalf, he's expecting his package, no?
Yeah, he sent us here to pick it up and he didn't know we had to take out the entire fucking town.
Yeah, lucky you guys showed up. I don't know what they intended, but they were killing a lot of people out there. That's awful scary.
Say they won't be doing that anymore. Say, you have anything that I could use as a bandage for my friend?
He kind of looks over, seeing Targon standing outside the door, dripping blood everywhere. Says, yes, I get some fresh rags for you. And he kind of bolts off to a back room, comes out with a stack of clean rags. Here you go. Least I could do for you.
Much appreciated, Milo. They say, where are you from?
I from the Shire.
So you must know Bilbo.
Grew up in Hobbiton. Yes, I know of Bilbo. Never met him directly, but I've been to his parties.
Say, my friend here is writing a book. They say it's going to be better than Bilbo's. Isn't that right, Lingo?
Lingo kind of blushes. I mean, I am writing a book. I hope many people will read it. That's
Well, it's a ambitious task to overtake Bilbo, I'd say, but I'd be interested in a read when you get it done.
Absolutely. He sort of nods.
Say, Milo.
Yes.
I was wondering, since we came all this way for the package, I didn't know if you might have had any pipeweed to spare. I'd be fresh out,
He kind of gets a mischievous smile on his face that says, pipeweed, eh? Well, it just so happens I'm the grower of the best pipeweed in Bree.
You don't say.
Well, if you don't mind, I could take a little sample with me, and I'll let you know how it smokes.
Well, how about we sit down for a smoke right now?
I kind of look around the room to see if anybody else wants to smoke.
Lingo looks like he definitely wants to smoke.
So, Zimmy, roll me a perception check. Disregard that. I'm going to give it to you anyway. As you're walking up, you're kind of a connoisseur of the finer things in life, especially pipeweed. You noticed when you were walking up, you didn't see any growing anywhere. His house is kind of nestled into a hill here. There was a little garden, or what used to be a garden, out front, but you're kind of thinking this guy's the best grower of pipeweed. Like, where the hell is it? He kind of goes over to one of his chests and starts rummaging around and pulls out a satchel and a pipe.
Say, you must have your farm out back in the Shire, eh?
He kind of gets another mischievous grin on his face and he says, wouldn't you like to know?
Aye. Keep your secrets then.
He loads up the pipe, takes a deep drag off of it, and starts passing it around. So Gandalf sent you to pick up his package, eh?
Oh yeah, he didn't say quite what it was.
Well, I'll leave that to him. He kind of goes back to his chest and pulls out this wooden box. It's about 10 inches by 8 inches, kind of about 6 inches deep. And it has a small lock on the front of it. It says, here you are.
Well, much appreciated. Say, do you know if Gandalf has the key for this?
Oh, yes, of course. He'll have the way to open it.
Aye, shouldn't be much of our problem then, isn't it? Say-
Lingo's gonna grab the box and hand it to Boren for safekeeping.
All right. Boren, you have the box.
It's the fucking box.
Sick.
I don't know. Is Boren the least likely to open it or the most likely to open it? I don't know.
Nah. Boren wouldn't open it.
Yeah, Born, everyone knows that Born's kind of the tight ass at this point.
Yeah, Boren really wants to be in charge of the box.
So he says, well, I was planning on giving it to Ostrich before all this happened. He usually takes the goods into Bree. But
Yeah.
with all this going on, I'm not even sure Ostrich's still alive.
We're not sure. We just heard of a courier and that he never showed up to Bree or the Prancing Pony.
Yes, that would have been Ostrich. He's responsible for hauling all the goods.
Oh, God.
He takes the farm goods into the market in Bree to sell and brings back the other stuff. Stuff we can't get here.
What kind of stuff?
Salt, tools, cloth, occasional cask of South Farthing ale, you know.
Aye. Speaking of ale, looks like Cillian could use an ale. I don't think he's killed enough things today.
He kind of
there's
looks
ale.
up at you. Says, I have some ale. Would you like some biscuits as well?
An ale will do me just fine for now, thank you.
He kind of hurries over to the kitchen, pours a mug, brings it back. So, will you be staying the night, or are you headed back to Bree?
Oh, I don't know. My legs aren't long enough to make decisions of that manner magnitude. He's kind of looks up at Freya.
If you'd be kind enough to let us stay, I think our friend Targon would would really like to rest up before we move anymore.
Of course, I'd love to have you for dinner. Least I can do is feed you for saving the town.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, so he goes over and starts preparing a meal. You guys.
Did we finish smoking?
Yes, you did. So anybody partaking can gain a point of inspiration.
Hell
Blow that shit
Boren
out.
would have partook.
Oh, he would have.
Yeah.
Now that he's
Well,
got the
now
box.
everybody's doing it. You might as well. Peer pressure, man.
I'm still outside. I don't want to walk in and dirty the place on him.
So,
We got rags.
they brought you the rags, and
Okay.
you're not dripping blood anymore.
Then yes, I would have partaken in said smoking.
All right. So yeah, you guys kind of hang out. Milo making his meal. You notice outside the streets are getting busier. People coming outside, starting to clean things up. Noticing, it's safe once again. Killian, you kind of
Yes.
get the urge to take a walk. Kind of getting restless legs as you're waiting for this food. Get up and go outside, looking around. Kind of walking from house to house, just kind of observing the damage. You peer into this one house. You see the mutilated body of a very small child. The sense of dread kind of rushes over you. This was the warden's job to keep these people safe, and they failed. And you kind of get that feeling like, these were your brothers, and, maybe you failed in a way too. Roll me a wisdom save. You shake the feeling off. You know the wardens mean well, and these men fought to the death. They deserve respect. You kind of keep walking around, taking in the damage. Anything anybody else would like to do?
I'd actually like to check out my shield after that vision that I had. Now that things have calmed down a bit. Do I notice anything that's different about it, or
Other than the little chip from where that bandit brought down that axe really hard on it, you don't notice anything different now.
okay?
So a couple hours go by. Morning turns to afternoon. Afternoon to evening. Willem shows back up. Does Alira would like to see you at the town hall when you get a chance before you leave town.
Warren would head there immediately.
So yeah, Willem comes in and says that, and Boren stands up and walks out the door.
Where's you going with that box there, Boren?
Always so fast to move. I'll get up and I'll follow him.
Yeah, gonna follow the box.
Lingo will
Yeah,
follow
dude.
the box as well.
Milo
Yeah,
says,
that's
"Oh well,
important.
dinner will be done in a couple hours. See your way back."
Thanks, Milo.
And you guys head out to the town hall. As you enter, on your way there, you all notice the streets are getting much busier. People coming out, clearing up all the chaos. As you get to the town hall, Alira is standing in the main chamber. There's a few people working inside there trying to tidy everything up. She says, she looks at you, Born, and says, "I didn't catch your name. What was it again?"
Oh, how rude of me. Boren Stoutfoot.
Ah, Born Stoutfoot. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Elira Heathertoe. I looked around the office. I couldn't notice anything in particular. There was a dagger in the display case. That's the only thing I can think of that was missing. Other than that, I don't really know what they would have been after.
Yeah, so knowing that, Boren would say, well, we must look for this dagger then. The others are all with me.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that Freya's got this super cool new sword, I'm going to assume they searched him. Did you happen to find a dagger on any of the guards or any of the bandits?
Yeah, as you picked the sword up off of him, Freya, and Killian, as you took his wolf pelt girdle, you did not see a dagger tucked into his belt or anything. He wasn't carrying a bag, like, unless he had it like tucked in his sock or something. You'd get the idea it probably wasn't on him.
Then I would go back to check the cart then. Look through
So
that for the...
That's a good idea.
as you turn to go, she kind of looks down at this bag that she's been holding in her hand, kind of just remembering that she has it. She says, "Oh, I scrounged up some coin. The least I can do for you lot." And she kind of holds it out to the group.
Warren would hold his hand up to pass, and he would continue to walk towards the carriage, leaving it up to the party whether they want to accept this reward.
And she says, "Please," as Boren walks away, she says, "Please, it's the least we can do."
There's Lingo would say there's really no need. We just saw some wrongs and we decided to right them.
The elf speaks true. And then I continue.
Kind of glances at the rest of you.
Agreed.
Put it towards the restoration of your town.
Says, "Well, that's very noble of you. I appreciate that very much. I will do so."
Yay.
And you guys walk outside, going back around to the cart. Anybody looking, give me an investigation check.
Okay. The party's gonna die of starvation because we won't accept payment for good deeds.
Bro, I got enough money for biscuits.
Investigation.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not the guy, dude. I'm not the guy.
Yes.
We're missing somebody.
Targon's the guy.
That makes you
Zimmy,
not the guy.
Zimmy, want to look?
Yes, Zimmy is going to take a peek as well, thinking that he's definitely going to find something since everyone else can't.
Yeah. So, you guys are kind of digging through this cart. Targon and Zimmy, both of you almost at the same time reach your hand down. There, at the bottom of the cart, you see a rag with something rolled up inside of it. You kind of both reach your hand down, touching it at the same time, looking up at each other as you do. Zimmy, you grab a hold of it and kind of unfold the towel, and there is a golden dagger wrapped in it.
That would be a dagger.
Look at you! And I'm gonna wave it in the air, blade up. Just gonna wave it above my head.
Oh,
I think I found it.
real quick before I forget, I'm terrible about giving out XP, so this is from the 2 that you took out last session and everybody you took out this session. Each of you get 110 XP.
Okay.
And
What was I
continue.
gonna say? Oh, could I do maybe an old lore check on the dagger
Oh, sure.
to see if I recognize it, and see if it's anything famous?
Sure. I think you have something for that, right? No.
So I think it's only when using the jeweler's tools. Is it jewel encrusted?
I would say jeweler's tools would have some type of magnifying glass you could use to look
Yeah,
at it,
that's
look
what
at
I'm
its
thinking.
etchings.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me double check what exactly that ability is. Those the Dwarves of the Iron
Double
Hills, correct?
double your proficiency bonus. Rights of the Mountain.
Okay. So it's just another. So that would be an 11 then.
So looking at it, you can tell it's of elven make, but beyond that, you're not quite sure.
And can I assume that elven craftsmanship would fetch a pretty penny, right?
Yes, this dagger is
So-
probably worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell you that. Yes.
Well then,
Borin, you already got your fingers on the box. You're not getting your fingers on the dagger.
of course, we're returning the dagger.
Aye, but I think he should be the one that carries it. And I point at Cillian.
The halfling's a weird one, but okay. And I'm going to pass it to whoever.
The halfling! Oh, you're not much of a giant yourself, is you?
So back up just a tick. So Zimmy says, I don't think you should be the one to hold it. Borin, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh wait, I actually wasn't even holding it. I want to clarify that. I was just looking at it, right?
Well, I imagine you would have
Like,
taken it
didn't
like
so?
to pull out
Oh
your
yeah, I
jeweler's
guess if I
tools.
was using the jeweler's tools, yeah.
Yeah. So roll me a wisdom save.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's a check.
Do you get anything extra for a save?
Yeah. Oh wait, nope, I don't have proficiency. So yeah, that's still right.
So as Zimmy says that to you, you get this feeling of possessiveness that kind of washes over you, and you look
No.
down at the dagger and you look up at Zimmy and over at Killian, and you're thinking, why should he carry it? Like, like I can carry it over there and hand it to that woman, can I? And it's up to you whether or not you still give it to Killian, but you do gain 1 shadow point.
I'm still gonna pass it, but I think it would be visibly hesitant. Which I think I would have been anyway, because it was a weird request to me, but
But yeah, you gain 1 shadow point.
okay.
My waist.
All right, you tuck it away in your waist. Day is beautiful, but growing late. What do you do?
Well, I suppose
We
we'd
go back,
return to
right?
her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you short walk back around the townhouse or the town hall. Walk back inside, Killian.
Yeah, I'm gonna find her and take it out of my waist, holding the blade, and hand it to her, handle facing her.
Her eyes kind of glow with a bit of excitement as she looks down. She says, "Oh my God, you found it!" She takes it from you. This was in my husband's family for generations. It's an heirloom. Thank you so much. You don't know what this means.
It means all the same to us to return it.
I appreciate it. And my offer for the coin still stands if you guys change your mind.
I don't think we could.
That's very honorable of you.
May I incite her?
Sure. What are you trying to glean?
I want to see if she's actually sad about her husband or whether she was way too excited about getting that dagger.
Okay. Yeah, you get the idea. Like the seeing that dagger was kind of a relief. Like she, not necessarily excitement, but relief. That she's gonna have this piece of her husband. To keep and hang on to. It's not lost.
Okay.
So in from the door, Willem walks in. Says, got a request for you lot. When are you going to be headed out?
Most likely tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow would work perfectly. Do you mind riding with Osric?
Osric's still alive?
Yes. Osric made it. He's going to head into Bree tomorrow with the shipment that was due days ago. Could probably use some help on the way back, guarding him and all with all the commotion.
I'm gonna look to the rest of the group for approval.
Sounds good to me.
Fine with it.
I'm fine with
We
that.
should probably
That direction anyway.
fetch our prisoners as well. Is there somewhere we could hold them for the night?
Willem kind of thinks and he says, well, Usually, if we have to hold somebody for the night so we can get them debris, we lock them in the town hall. There's a room in the back for that.
Was the structure of town hall still pretty intact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other
Then
than
yeah,
broken
I
windows
think
and other than broken windows and stuff like that, the structure of it's intact.
yeah, but nothing they could get out from.
So you kind of inquire to Willem about this room, and he tells you, the room's in the back. It's got bars over the windows. It should be secure in there for the night.
Okay. Then Boren would ask if anybody wants to accompany him in getting the prisoners.
I'll go with you.
I'll go with you as well.
And anyone who doesn't, Boren would probably want to hold on to this box. Just in case. It seems worth keeping safe.
Yeah, Freya will stay and she'll take it.
Lingo will hang out as well.
Yeah, Zimmy's gonna slink into the corner, eat a biscuit.
All right, so the three of you head out of town. About an hour and a
Pretty
half
quick.
walk or so. Yep.
On our way back through town, we need some walking nails, right?
What?
Walking nails.
Some walking nails. Boren could get down on that.
Who removed the stick from Boren's ass?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just
Look,
kidding.
Boren's fun, guys. Okay, I don't know what you're saying here.
All right.
It's about as. All right. Yeah, we grab the ales.
All right. So go back to Milo's. He gives you a couple ales before you hit the road. About an hour and a half walk back out to the farmhouse. You guys approach the tree where you tied these two up. You see the one with his back towards you. He's kind of perched up, looking around. He sees you over his shoulder, and says, "Come untie me from this scoundrel before he starts stinking."
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Oh, did he
Yeah,
not make
Killian. Yeah, as you guys approach, Killian, you notice
it?
the bandit on the far side of the tree, the one with the big gash in the side of his head, got a pool of blood run down his face, kind of pooled onto his chest. He's laying there limp, seemingly lifeless. Roll me a wisdom save. No, Targon. Sorry if I said Killian. I meant Targon. Targon.
Sorry.
Targon?
I'm trying to roll the wisdom stuff, but it keeps going to a wisdom ability check instead.
There's a whole area for saving throws on the sheet
Oh,
beneath
yeah,
the
it's down
actual
there.
things.
There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so as you look at your handiwork here, your kind of heart sinks down to your stomach. You're like, man, I forgot about this guy. Probably should have checked his head before I just left him here. As the darkness creeps up your spine, you gain 1 shadow point.
Heck yeah, dude. Making it rain shadow points tonight, dude.
I didn't even get mine taken away for handing in the money.
There's a specific mechanic to get it taken away. We'll get to that next session. So yeah, the one live bandit's sitting there, another dead. What do you guys do?
Yeah, I'll cut him loose.
Eat them? Oh, no.
Whoa. Milo's got food for us, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna take him back to town hall.
Yeah, he goes without you, goes with you without a struggle, walking back into town, handing him off to Willem. You see that he's securely locked in the back room of the town hall.
Yeah, we'll pick him up in the morning. Let's go get food.
All right, Willem says, I'll see you here at first light. Osric's planning on leaving early.
I'm going to nod to him.
All right, so you guys make your way back to Milo's and find that the meal is prepared. You guys sit down to some nice roasted duck and fried taters and Zimmy, a very nostalgic meal for you. Makes you think of home very much. Kind of get that feeling in the back of your mind, like, you know, this is the life I'm missing out on, being out here on these adventures. As daylight grows to dusk, is there anything anybody would like to do for this day before nightfall?
Boren would simply eat his dinner, have a couple ales, and then go straight to bed.
All
Oh,
right,
I'm finished my dinner and going to lay down. I'm beat.
all right.
Lingo would pour over the mysterious book before he goes to bed.
All right, I'll
Killian
get to
after dinner.
that in a minute, Lingo.
What'd you
Go
say?
ahead. I said we'll get to that in a second, Lingo. Go through everybody else, see what they're doing. I'll come back to you.
Killian after
Go ahead,
dinner
Killian.
would
Go ahead, Killian.
Killian after dinner would grab a couple more ales and request Bourne to meet him outside for a minute.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll come
Boren
back
would
to
do that.
We'll come back to that. I think I heard something from you, Zimmy.
Yeah, Zimmy's just like curled up and like fucking full high, kind of buzzed, just pass the fuck out.
All right. So we'll go to Boren and Killian first. Boren, you join Killian outside.
Yeah, I'll hand him an ale.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I've got the feeling we have gotten off to the wrong foot. And I don't want you to have any sour opinions about me. I know the look
How
in your
so?
eyes. Well, the look in your eyes suggests that you presume I'm just a murderous kind of asshole, I would assume. And I'm gonna reach into whatever storage that I have these warden outfits in, and I'm gonna drape them all over the fence in a line. And these men were entrusted to watch over this town, and it was their due diligence to do what I would have done yesterday if you guys hadn't stopped me. And because of what they weren't able to do, he's gonna look around and hold his arms out, you know, to encompass this town. So many lives have been snuffed out from the darkness, and some of them being children before they could even live lives. These were my brothers in arms. There's so few of us left. I don't want you to think that I'm a monster. My
Have
intentions
I
are
called
there.
you a monster or a murderer?
No,
I simply won't be a part of torturing or killing captured men.
I
Think what
understand
you
that.
will of that. But I have my own set of morality. I don't judge you for yours, but I will not abide by them.
And I will not ask you to. I know I've grown numb to it. I'll try to do better in the future around the party.
He nods. Thank you again for the beer. And he's going to turn to go back inside.
Excellent roleplay, Killian. Point of inspiration. So, Lingo. Pouring through this book, give me an investigation check.
Uh,
So pouring through this book, trying to make sense of all these different coded words, and you do notice one thing that kind of one of the things kind of seems to repeat itself. It's the abbreviation J period F period. You're not sure what it means. It's going to take some more time, really digging into this, trying to figure out what it means. But kind of get the idea. There's this JF, whatever that means, kind of a recurring figure in this. Might be a lead.
Okay.
Anything else anybody would like to do before nightfall?
nope, Freya's just gonna go to sleep with the box in her pillowcase.
Yeah. All right. So night comes, night falls, morning comes. Nothing happens. If anybody has any hit die left and would like to take a short rest, you can do so. So as you all wake up in the morning, you wake up to the smell of frying bacon and biscuits. You all emerge from your rooms. You see Milo has a hearty breakfast made out for you. It says, one more meal for the road before you set out for Bree. I imagine Ostrix want to get a early start.
Do we get any sort of rest?
Yes, if you have any hit die left, you can take a short rest. You can use them. Or I guess, you get other resources back on a short rest too. So yes, you can take a short rest.
I like the little thing that it.
Make sure that when you take the
Something.
short rest, you're clicking the new day thing,
New day.
the rest configuration. So that
Oh.
otherwise you might
Speaking
not get your.
of-
Yeah.
Speaking of new day, it is a new day.
So speaking of new day, those cloths that I took off, I'd like to start prepping some of those arrows with them.
Yeah. So you get the idea. Now might not be the best time. Osric's probably waiting for you.
We've got
Probably
a
gonna.
prisoner to pick up as well.
Yeah, you're probably gonna want to eat, but there is a cart from what you hear. So you guys potentially, from what it sounds like, are gonna have a ride back to Bree. So you kind of get the idea that might be a good idea to prep some of those arrows during that time. Yeah, if there's nothing else in particular you guys would like to do, make your way down to the town hall, collecting the prisoner from Willem and Elira. They both wish you farewell and tell you are welcome at this town anytime you would like. So for future reference, Archet is now going to be considered a stronghold for you guys. You can come back here in the future and take your long rest, your fellowship phase, if you would like. You make your way out to Osric. Osric. Where is Osric? Yeah, you see a broad-shouldered man with a weathered face, tanned from many years on the road. His graying beard is neatly trimmed, and his deep brown eyes carry a sharp, calculating look, always assessing a deal before speaking. He wears a sturdy wool cap, patched in places, and a thick leather belt with a well-used ledger tucked into a pouch at its side. He says, well, you're the company that saved the town, I take it." I appreciate you riding back to Bree with me. You never know when those bandits are going to be about. Kind of scary having them here in town.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, load up then. We'll be off. He kind of climbs up into the driver's seat. There's plenty of room for everybody to pile on.
Get in the back with the prisoner.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm assuming the brigand's back there.
Yeah, he can be wherever you'd like him to be.
Does he really need to ride in the back? Maybe we can have him follow on a leash.
I will not be part of torturing prisoners.
It's not torture.
No, I think we
He's
should
just
let him
gonna walk
ride. It'll
behind
be
it.
a faster trip back. We won't have to go at a
Faster.
walking pace.
Was there like 15 oxen?
So, you guys load up into the cart, start making your way back to Bree. Traveling along the road, Freya kind of sitting in the cart, looking out over the rolling hills and the forest, and you kind of as you blink your eyes, you kind of start getting these flashes of these magnificent landscapes from above, and you blink again, and it happens again, and all of a sudden you blink one time and you're swept away. You're standing at the top of a great mountain, higher than any peak you've ever known. The air is thin and sharp, filled with the scent of rain and open sky. Before you, the heavens stretch endlessly, the clouds moving not by chance but by will, responding to the presence of the one who stands before you. A figure towers at the mountain's peak, clad in robes like the sky itself, shifting from deep twilight to the pale blue of dawn. His gaze is calm yet vast, as if it can see all across Arda. This is the king of the winds. He watches his kingdom. Wait a minute. I'm fucking up. Fuck. Where was I? Yeah, I'm sorry. I
King of
fucked that up.
Winds.
Yeah, I fucked that up. Very sharp. Before you stands a figure of immense majesty, clad in robes as blue as the sky at dawn. His eyes like the endless heavens. His form is strong yet ethereal, as though woven from the very wind that moves around him. His face is noble and serene, untouched by time, with eyes as bright and piercing as the stars above. His hair long and silver, with the first like the first light of morning. His gaze is calm yet vast, as if he can see all across Arda. Silent and unshaken, he stands watch. Then you feel a strong breeze from behind you. You turn as a shadow passes overhead. It's not of darkness, but the vast wings of a mighty eagle, its golden tip feathers catching the light of the distant unseen sun. It descends gracefully, landing before the great Lord of the sky. The Lord lifts his hands to his chest, where an amulet of silver, round as the moon, gleaming with inner light. With careful reverence, he unfastens it and holds it aloft. The eagle bends its head, and the Lord places the amulet upon its mighty neck. You hear you hear him speak with his words like the whisper of a breeze and the rumble of thunder all at once. He says, a gift for those who walk with the winds." He kind of pats the eagle on the head and says, "Carry it far, my friend, where it's needed most." For a moment, all is still. The winds and clouds, even time itself seems to wait. Then with a cry that echoes across the mountains and beyond, the eagle turns and dives, vanishing into the horizon, the amulet gleaming in the sunlight as it disappears. And just as suddenly as the vision came, it's gone. You're back in the present, but the wind's still whispering around you as if carrying the memory of what you've seen.
Neato.
And that's where we're going to end it.
I'm
Nice.
sorry, who just saw that?
That was
Freya.
Freya. So any ideas who these figures are that you guys are seeing?
You already told me. I don't want to answer.
The Patrones.
Do you want me to guess?
Yeah.
Was that Saruman?
That was not.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll leave it open.
Ring bearers.
No.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are even more powerful than that. Even more powerful than Saruman.
Gandalf's angel people.
All I can think of now is just some sort of god.
I forgot what the race was that Gandalf was a part of.
So he is a Maiar.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I would guess.
The Maiar serve the Valar. Those figures are Valar.
Neato.
The original creation of Iluvatar, who they were originally known as the Ainur, and the ones that traveled to Arda to kind of see out Iluvatar's creation, they became known as the Valar. There's 14 of them in total.
I figure it was something like that since Gandalf was really the only one who could like talk to and like considered the Great Eagles as his friends.
Yeah, the Eagles are they're also Maiar. They're technically the same level as Gandalf, like power wise. Same type of spirit. I just learned that recently. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're like homies.
Yeah. They serve the same lord.
Yeah. Same as that. The fucking what's the horse? The white horse.
Shadowfax. Yeah.
Shadowfax.
Yeah, that's another one that's like it was like, hello, old friend. You know, like they are like actually friends.
Yeah. So it's all of these visions are going to start to come together next session. I hope, because I've told a couple of you guys just the way it's working. I had to make Lingo's vision last, and you'll see why when I do it. But it all should start coming together. All the visions should start coming together for people next time.
Hell yeah.
And if you guys start to talk about your visions in character, then maybe your characters can start putting it together too.
So I love that everybody's like, yeah, we should give Borin the box. And then like I wasn't even trying to keep the dagger, and then Zimmy's like, oh yeah, you don't get the dagger though, dude. Like I wasn't even trying to take the dagger, dude.
Shouldn't have been fucking looking at it. Be looking at that.
Yeah,
shit.
I was looking at
Don't worry
it.
about it.
Like
Don't worry about it.
I want to find out why they were after it. Like if it's important, then we just like left it there for the city or for the town to get raided again. Like assholes.
Nice cover.
Like they'll
Well,
send 40
I guess
dudes
we'll
next
find
time,
out.
right?
I guess we'll find out if it was important enough to, take it or leave it.
Yeah, maybe the Ledger will glean more information about what this mission was.
We can also ask Gandalf about it when we deliver the box. Since
Yeah.
What's in
you
the fucking
like
box?
since you
Yeah,
looked at it since you looked at it so in depth with your jeweler's tool and everything, like you'd be able to really explain like what you saw. So maybe Gandalf
Well,
will be like, oh
I
yeah.
didn't look at it. I didn't look at it very in depth. That was the thing. I got an 11.
Well, I mean, you looked at it and
You could describe it still.
You just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So any guesses about what's in the box?
His newest strain of fucking pipeweed?
Yeah, I think it's like fucking sweet of some sort. Is there some sort of snack he's particular to? I feel like there was.
It's his wife's head. Oh wait, wrong movie.
It's a firework fuse.
It's a new pipe.
Yeah, I was hoping Zimmy wasn't going to crash so soon, and try to get some more information out of Milo. But you can come back and do that another time.
Zimmy's a small dude, bro. He got a lot in him.
Well, I made this whole like elaborate thing about Milo and what he does, and it never came up.
I caught him at the wrong time. Should have talked to him before they just fought fucking 15 dudes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, I'm ready for bed. So
All right,
Good
good
night,
game,
guys.
everybody.
All right,
Yeah,
catch you
good
later.
game.
Good night, guys.
I'll let you know.